Hi everyone, today we're going to be working on lesson 3.6 in our Go Math materials. So this is page 181 through 186, okay? So if you do not have page 181 through 186 in front of you, along with a pencil, and I would also bring a whiteboard, please go grab those so that we can get started, okay? So we're going to start on page 181, and this is similar to the last lesson, 3.5, except for here we're doing decimal subtraction, okay? So it's a little bit different, and the reason why it's a little bit different is because obviously we're doing a different operation, which is subtraction, but there's also something that before you do a problem, I want you to know so that it makes your life a million times easier, okay? So on page 181, they talk about using base 10 blocks. So that's these types of blocks here, okay? So they've got one whole, they've got 1/10 and 1/100th, okay? So that's just like our place value chart that has all of those places in it, okay? So it says here where it says investigate, it says use base 10 blocks to find 84 hundredths, take away 56 hundredths. Okay, so we can use base 10 blocks, and that's totally fine because I sure do love models. It really does help you. But the other thing I really enjoy using is money, especially when it comes to decimals. Okay, money is a great way to remember how to subtract decimals and add them too. Okay, so that's like saying if I have 84 cents in my pocket, okay, let's say I have 84 cents in my pocket, and I go to the store and I spend 56 cents on a candy bar, okay? Now that's a really cheap candy bar, right? But let's say I spend 56, cents on a candy bar. How much do I have left? The other thing I want to talk about is when it says, in part D, it says record the difference. All that means is that you're recording the answer to a subtraction problem. Okay, I'm going to zoom in here. That light flips on and off every time I zoom in, which is very obnoxious. But the other thing I want to talk about is you always put your larger number on top. Okay, when we subtract, we always have to put that larger number on top. So in this blank space right here, I'm going to do this problem. So I have 84 hundredths, and I'm taking away 56 hundredths. Okay, I have 84 cents. I'm taking away 56 cents. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just ignore that decimal point for a minute, okay? Just like we did in addition. We're going to ignore the decimal point, and we're going to just work through this problem as if the decimal point wasn't even there. So if we have 4, it cannot take away 6, so we have to borrow from 8. Cross out the 8, that becomes 7. The 4 becomes 14. And 14 take away 6 is 8. 7 can take away 5. If I have 7 cents or 70 cents and I take away 50 cents, I have 20 cents left over because it's in the 10th position. And 0 take away 0 is just 0. You don't have to write that, but you can. We bring our decimal point straight down. Okay? So when it says record the difference, 0.84, take away 0.56, the difference is 0.28. Or, like I said, I have 84 cents. I go to the store or the gas station. I spend 56 cents. I now have 28 cents left over. Okay? That's the same deal. Like money is a great way to just remember things. Okay? It's a great way for you to understand, and a great way to apply it to the real world as well. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at page number, let's see, no, I want to go to page 183. Okay, 183. We're going to work through a few of these problems on this page, and we're going to apply those same rules that I would have applied, in that first problem, okay? All right, so let's look at number 1. It says complete the quick picture to find the difference. So they do give you a quick picture here. That is like representing base 10 blocks. For me, it's just easier to stack and solve, okay? You always, always, always put the bigger number first, okay? So 62 cents or 18 cents, which one is bigger? Well, 62. So I'm going to put that on top. Take away the 18. We ignore, those decimal points are there, but we're going to ignore them for a minute, okay? While we work through this problem and solve it, okay? So 2 cannot subtract 8, okay? So we're going to borrow from the 6. That becomes 5. The 2 becomes 12. 12 take away 8 is 4. 5 take away 1 is 4. 0 take away 0 is just 0. Bring that decimal point straight down. Okay, so our answer is 0.4444 hundredths. Okay, 44 hundredths. I want to do number 2 because I think number 2 is great because, first of all, it has whole numbers. Let me try and zoom in here. The light on this thing is kind of stupid sometimes. All right, so let's look at number 2. So we have 3 and 41 hundredths. Take away 1 and 74 hundredths. Okay, so this is like me saying, okay, I have $3.41. I owed my friend. When you owe somebody, you have to take your own money away. I owed them $1.74. How much money do I have left over? Okay, so first thing we do, put the big number on top, which is 3 and 41 hundredths. And we put our little number on the bottom. One thing we keep in mind when we do this is we line up our decimal points, okay? So 1.74. Line up those decimal points. We are doing subtraction. 1 cannot take away 4. If I have one thing, do you see 4? No. So it cannot take away. We have to borrow from our neighbor. So we're borrowing from the 4, and that's becoming 3. The 1 is becoming 11. And 11 take away 4 is 10, 9, 8, 7. 3 cannot take away 7, right? If I have 3, I can't take 7 away from that. So I have to borrow from this 3 over here. That becomes 2. This 3 becomes 13. And 13 take away 7 is 6. And then 2 take away 1 is just 1. Bring our decimal point straight down. So our answer is 1 and 67 hundredths. 1 and 67 hundredths. Let's take a look at number 4, and then I'm going to also do number 5 with you, okay? So number 4, we have 4 and 5 hundredths. Take away 1 and 61 hundredths. So we always start by putting our bigger number on top. That's like saying I have $4.05, and I go to the store and I spend $1.61 on candy or whatever, okay? 5 take away 1 is 4. 0 cannot take away 6, so we have to borrow from the 4, and that becomes 3. The 0 then becomes 10. Okay? 10 take away 6 is 4. And 3 take away 1 is 2. Bring that decimal point straight down into our answer. Our answer is 2 and 44 hundredths. 2 and 44 hundredths. Okay? Sorry guys, let me turn off this volume so it doesn't keep dinging us. All right, we're going to take a look at your practice and homework page, which is on page number 185, okay? Page 185 and 186. I'm going to assign these problems to you. You're going to work through them on your paper. Then you're going to go in and you're going to fill out your Google form with your answers, okay? You're going to fill out that Google form with your answers. So I want you to work on number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is great practice. So 2 through 6 so far. Let's see. 8. That's on page 185. 186, you're going to work on number, let's see, 1, 2, 4, and that's it. 1, 2, and 4 on page 186. Okay, so on page 185, you're working on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Then on page 186, you're working on 1, 2, and 4. Don't forget to go fill out that Google Forms. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.